great job at Oklahoma. You were an All-American. You were captain. Now you get to go to Guatemala and play on the Guatemala Open. And then from there, you're going to go to Argentina. And it's like, wait, I just want to stay here. My family's here. My buddies are here. We're like, no. That's kind of how it works. It's like, we're to a point where I get really pissed off where it's like, someone's got to draw a line in the sand and be like, no. Some of this stuff doesn't make sense. And the current leadership, or at some point, the leadership has run amok, has led us astray.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Quick 18 podcast. I'm your host, Dave Schultz. It is brought to you by Orange Whip. Orange Whip Golf and Fitness. Go to orangewhipgolf.com for that golfer in your family for Christmas. Andy Carroll, he's back. AC, what do you see, man?
It's cold out here.
It is
but,
freezing.
It's going to be a good one today. Two awesome guests, and we're back at it. Week off last week, but got to get one more in before the holidays.
Yeah, best ever, I would say. This week, this pod is best ever. But big breaking news. You're just full of news here lately, AC. You're
plays.
now engaged.
I am.
Head pro last week and now engaged. Dude, you're on a heater.
Heaters only.
Let's talk about how this happened. How did you propose? And you were not in Fargo. You did not choose the romantic comedy backdrop of Fargo, North Dakota to propose. Tell the viewers, what'd you do?
So Lex's birthday earlier this month. Took a little birthday trip down to Chicago. Surprised her with two of her good friends at the airport. Had no idea, right? It's just a birthday trip. Everyone's saying happy birthday.
Okay.
While they also know what's going to happen like later that day after we fly down to Chicago. It was a process. One of my best friends, hometown, he's oversees the transplant division down at Northwestern Hospital. So he was out at Millennium Park getting a scouting trip on good opportunities, good spots to do it.
This was involved.
It was thought out.
So we're flying our friends to Chicago. You've got boots on the ground, figuring out the best backdrop.
And then not only that so his girlfriend is she does some photography for fun on the side, etc. So they followed us out of the restaurant into Millennium Park, and then but they were fully they had scarves. I mean, it wasn't warm out in Chicago, but they had scarves over their faces. So I asked these two random people to take a picture of all four of us. Process went on, and it was awesome.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hey, you're going to be marrying up. That's what we want to do, right?
Marry up.
Congratulations.
Level up.
That's awesome. So head pro, engaged. That's great. So you want to get to our guests?
Yeah.
All right, now it's time to bring in our first guest. He is the co-founder of the Grass League. He's a stud. He's got a lot of social media action, and he is the heart and soul behind the league. We welcome in Mr. Todd Dobson to the show. Todd, thanks for being on the Quick 18.
It's an honor to be here. I've been wanting to get on this show for a long time. And Andy, congrats on the promotion and the proposal. That's some big news.
AC has been very newsy lately. That's for sure. He's been newsy. So, Todd, what's your proposal story? How did you propose to Mrs. Dobson? Make her the luckiest girl in the entire world.
You're going to regret asking me this question, but I wish it was as romantic as Andy just put out there. But, Meryl, my father-in-law, I had the pleasure to, go down and ask for her hand in marriage. And we went and played golf, and the whole day turned into he's got two girls. I was going to be his first son coming into the family. You can imagine we had a great time that night.
Yeah.
The following night, I'm at dinner with the Grass League founders, and I get a call from Whitney. And it was a little bit different type of call. She just said, "Get home now." Come to find out, she's pregnant. So the whole proposal thing kind of got threw out of the loop there. So I went back down to Meryl's house and said, "Hey, Meryl, I got even better news, man." And he's like, "Talk to me." I was like, "Not only are you going to have a son-in-law, but you're going to have a grandchild." And I mean, he almost fell over laughing, heart attack. I don't know. It was hilarious. But after that conversation, I went driving around town looking for a ring, and I proposed immediately because
for sure
I didn't want her thinking she was, as she would say, I don't want to give birth to our child without the same last name. And I said, you know what? Dobson is a pretty good name. So I agree with that. We got proposed right on the spot.
I'll say
it's romantic. Depending on how you look at things in the Dobson world, that's very romantic. So
we call that efficient.
Great way to start up.
We could call that
efficiency,
right?
Yes.
Yeah. So Todd, give us your background. Where are you from, and then what's your backstory? Actually hits pretty local here. You have a interesting story, and it kind of leads you into what you're doing now with the Resorters Golf Tournament over in Alexandria. Why don't you give our viewers a little background on you personally?
Yeah, a mixture of Phoenix and Alexandria, Minnesota. And my parents are both from Minnesota. My dad's from Western Minnesota, in a town called Pipestone. It's about 3,000 people, one stoplight. And my mom's from Minneapolis, but my dad acquired a lake home in Alexandria 40 some years ago. And so I would, the day school got out, our family of 5 would pack in a Suburban and drive all the way up to Minnesota and stay there till 2 days before school started back in Phoenix. And so kind of 2 homes. It's a home away from home, but you kind of hit on the Resorters. There's a golf tournament in Alexandria that if you haven't heard of it, if your listeners haven't heard of it, they should, because it is something extremely special and has been definitely an inspiration in everything we're doing down here in Phoenix and in Tempe. It's been going on for 104 years consecutively, which if you think about it, they ran it through World War II. They refused to say no. And if you go there now, it feels like Texas high school football. The town shuts down and everyone becomes mini celebrities. If you're in the finals or you make it into match play, it's like you feel like you're playing in the Ryder Cup. Andy Carroll sitting next to you won the long drive competition. I have it hung up in my office. There's a big newspaper article about him teeing off. Looks like his old hockey days where he hit it about 400 yards. But yeah, this is something extremely special, not only to myself, but my dad, my family. Like Tom Lehman's grandpa used to come out and watch me play as a junior. I don't know why, because he was friends with my grandpa. But things like that have really stuck with me and my other co-founders who have now played in the Resorters quite a few times. But golf needs more of the spirit that lives at the Resorters, in my opinion.
Well, and he's written things up about you, right? Like go in detail of every player.
The Todd Dobson pre-Calcutta evaluations. Those are the best.
And they're detailed.
They're very detailed. Yeah. That should have been prep. I should have had that up ready to go. It's somewhere deep in the bookmarks on Twitter, now X.
And you knew him before we went down to qualify for the Grass League.
Oh, yeah.
And you knew that he was going to bring this and really get in detailed in every single player on the league.
Yeah. I was fortunate enough to kind of I was late to golf, right? So like when I played in the Resorters a couple of years, it was like my first couple of years even playing competitive golf. But yeah, I can't speak more highly of the Resorters. And like he said, literally Alexandria shuts down. If you're not inside or outside, ready for the Calcutta 3 hours in advance, you're not getting a seat.
Yeah. All right, Todd. So spin it forward to the Grass League. What is the Grass League, and how did this come about? You're a co-founder.
Well, I would say the way it came about is hanging around, professional golfers or just people that want to remain in the game after maybe college or high school or whatnot. It seems like the opportunities to play on a big stage diminish the moment you walk off a college campus or you get older in life. And, I've had the pleasure of spending time with guys like Parker McLaughlin and, Ricky Barnes, and Jimmy Hazelton was trying to play pro for a while. And you come to realize that the way golf is structured is really dark, is really, really sad and lonely. And, we all focus on the top 10 guys in the world, but there really isn't a glamorous life for anyone, top 50 and beyond. It's crazy. And so to see guys that are kind of at the end of their career or their opportunities are shoring up and stuff, and just to see they have no real place to go play, we thought to ourselves, well, why don't we create something with the spirit of the Resorters to kind of galvanize a community and not only just go after the guys that are these ex-pros, but I might not be might not be a PGA Tour player, but hey, I love to compete and I want to get on a big stage because I know I think I can do something big. And so we really broke it down. We said, how can we keep the competition intact, galvanize the community, and make it inclusive to everyone. And we had been playing par 3 golf courses at the time, and a 2-man scramble on a par 3 course eliminates all of that. It's like the ultimate neutralizer.
For sure.
It's where Earl Woods taught Tiger Woods from in to out. It's like with the scoring zone. It's actually where golf lives.
And AC said last week he doesn't. As AC said last week, he doesn't have that big miss with the driver. It neutralizes it, right? It's just straight up.
Yeah. And then if you think of it from like a broadcast perspective, like 78% of the shots on a golf broadcast are from 150 yards and in. That's where all the moments are. No one's going to be like, oh, remember that drive Rory hit at the Masters? And like maybe someone says that, but it's still just getting a couple golf claps. There's no conclusion to anything. It's like the roars happen there. And if you think about it, well, why don't we start there? And then when you do the 2-man scramble, it takes no strokes. I played in a golf tournament this weekend, and we were giving the guy 22 strokes.
Oh.
And I'm like, I don't even have a calculator to know what I'm shooting. Like, he's a 4 for 1. I'm like, this guy got him a hole in one, and he was out of bounds. I was like, what are we talking? So the competition goes out the window. How do we keep people engaged and inspire them and give them a platform to where, it's like, in my opinion, it's like, old-fashioned gladiators. It's like, I don't care anymore. No one cares if you're John Rahm, what your last name is, who you know, or anything like that. Go put the ball in the hole. That's what talks.
Well,
and it's starting to come to fruition right now after several years of working hard at it.
Yeah, to your point, it is a lonely road playing the mini tours. It's like the same small town La Quinta in Dothan, Alabama, trying to make $1 out of 50 cents. I mean, it's not a very good business model. You're paying to work, right? And you're all alone. You're all alone. And even if you make the cut, you're like, what am I doing here? Like, I'm nearly still not getting closer to my dreams. But so you can have the life kind of sucked out of you playing professional golf, especially at the mini tour level. You get grass clippings, you get the lights on, you're playing team scramble golf. It's awesome. I mean, you're probably going to see a lot of professional golfers who get the life put back into them because they're having fun and they're not alone.
That's already happened. I mean, in droves. Like the conversations I've had after this last tournament, pretty much after every tournament where, high level golfers that played at a high level, be it college, Latin America, Korn, Ferry, fell out of love with the game. Yep. And they're just kind of meandering through this golf world and they have a job and it's just like they can't make sense of where they are. And I can't make sense of it. I'm like, you won on the Latin American tour. Like you were on the Korn Ferry for 4 years and now you're telling me you have nowhere to play because you're too good to play in any other tournament if it's not PGA Tour sanctioned. And then if you want to get your amateur status back, well, good luck. Colt knows. Get in line. Like, you have nowhere to play. And so, like, I was giving Ricky Barnes a hard time. I'm like, that's why you only play pickleball now. And I go, to think you were going from, pictures with LeBron James and Jay-Z and, number one amateur of the world, final pairing with Tiger Woods at the U.S. Open, to now you're playing pickleball in your neighbor's backyard. What's going on? What happened?
Oh, he did a good job.
That's not how we're supposed to live.
So now I want to segue into the Golf Channel broadcast, live broadcasts on the Golf Channel. You're not getting live broadcasts on the Golf Channel unless there's some major momentum behind this thing, right? It's huge. Fantastic.
It's so cool. I mean, to think that
you said it was the most fun golf tournament you've ever played in when we played in the Open.
I said it was. I stepped it up a notch. I said that was the most fun competitive sport event I've ever played in.
And you played in national championships.
I played in national championships at TD Gardens.
Yeah. That's saying something.
It's saying something.
And so talk about the momentum of the league. You've built it. It was on Peacock and now it was live on the Golf Channel. You got to be just on an absolute high going into the end of 2025 season with a bunch of momentum going into next year.
Well, I got to start by saying, like, my dream as a child was to do exactly that. Like, go on a linear broadcast. I used to, have VHS tapes and I would record like Monday Night Football, Sunday Night Football, old golf broadcasts, go back and listen to the announcers and things like that. And cool. It was a dream come true. So in terms of momentum, like it is very personal to me, but I think the momentum all built towards this event, but like the reason it really resonates with me is because, when you have someone like the Live Tour, don't want to throw shade at them, but like in reality, they just come out of nowhere and they just start throwing money around. And everyone's like, no, here's 100 million, here's 500 million. Not a worry in the world. Like you can't just create something from nothing and everything's perfect. It like has to go through this maturation process of like, it's like the hero's journey, like the struggle, the pitfalls and all that stuff. And to know where we started over at Mountain Shadows, getting the golf course, putting the lights up, getting the first event on television, which was on Bleacher Report and then HBO, and the lights didn't turn on right when when the tournament started, the 2024 GCO, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, here we go. And then God just stepped in and they flickered on right before the broadcast started. I was like, okay, here we go. And it's like this angst, this buildup of like and it matters to not only us clearly, but the players. Like I get emotional when I talk about it because
it means a lot.
Some of these players have been through people just think professional golfers, oh, they have a great life. That's maybe 7 people can say that play pro golf. But the vast majority of professional golfers have had a depressing ending to their career, even a depressing career. They're like, hey, great job at Oklahoma. You were an All-American. You were captain. Now you get to go to Guatemala and play on the Guatemala Open. And then from there, you're going to go to Argentina. And it's like, wait, I just want to stay here. My family's here. My buddies are here. We're like, no. That's kind of how it works. It's like we're to a point where I get really pissed off where it's like someone's going to draw a line in the sand and be like, no. Some of this stuff doesn't make sense. And the current leadership, or at some point the leadership has run amok, has led us astray. And it's really, really gets us. That's why we get up in the morning. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. You got a mission. You have a mission.
So to hear the stories of those guys being like, a guy like Will Kropp or like an Andrew Augustiniak or, the list goes on.
Charlie Belgian. Charlie Belgian is now playing in the grass league.
And he couldn't be more fired up, and he's got a community and he's connected to everyone. He's like, how can I help? But like the stuff they're saying, we're like, Will Kropp's like, I gave up the game. And then the funny part is he was actually planning to go try to get back on the Korn Ferry this summer until he got recruited by Austin Quick before the summer grind. And that changed the course of his life. He tells me, he's like, dude, I will never try to play on a PGA Tour event. I want to be a grass league player. And I'm like, holy smokes.
You didn't think that was, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
No. Yeah. And so, to talk about momentum, the momentum has built, but it's still building. And there are problems in the game that need to be fixed. And you can't throw money at problems. I've always thought that. You have to throw like heart and soul at it. Yeah. I didn't get into this for the money. I can guarantee you that. Yeah. And somebody needs to go back and remember where we came from. And for me, that's the resorters. So I always, that's my test. I'm like, would Kyle Lee, would Jerry Rose, would Tom Lehman, would any of those people do this? And if the answer is no, well, we probably shouldn't do it because they've been around for 104 years. And every other organization, Live Tour, PG Tour, has a 5-year game plan. What's our 5-year business plan? Well, what if we had a 100-year business plan or game plan? That's what we're trying to adhere to, and we're not going to get distracted by the shiny new object that comes onto the scene. We're going to run the ball in the A gap, and we're going to work on our technique, and we're going to keep running.
I'm fired up.
Hey,
I'm fired up. Let's go.
What do we say every day at FCC?
This is what winning looks like.
Block
and tackle.
Block and tackle.
You got to
block and tackle.
Do the fundamentals. Block and tackle. Well, I can tell you from a couple guys who played in the events, not only are you getting interest from the Golf Channel and major, corporations to be part of it, but also from players. Andy and I are two guys that, you could have had a Hard Knocks episode, grass league style. We were devastated. Andy was devastated when he got dropped by the Roses, and then I was a healthy scratch. For the grass league championship, and it's just, I think it's great because this shows how much we want to be a part of it. 1,000%. And this was a Keegan Bradley moment where he got the phone call, or the text, the roster's full. It's just like, no, I want to play.
I want to play.
And so you are getting interest from, like I said, everywhere, and more guys want to play, and just great job. Great job on what you're doing. And I want a personal note. We did the Hole in One Show Desert Series down there, inaugural season, on what is the 18th hole for the Grass League. And I just want to thank you for your support because I feel like you're further along, obviously, with the Grass League, and I'm just trying to get this hole-in-one show up off the ground in the state of Arizona. And when I walked into you guys, and I don't know what to expect, you guys couldn't have been more open arms. You couldn't have been more supportive of letting me use that hole and being supportive in the fact that you were actually a co-host on the championship episode. So from the bottom of my heart, 18 months of my work to get the hole-in-one show off the ground, for you to say yes to be a part of it, thanks, dude. Appreciate it. I'm forever indebted to you, so thank you.
You're further along than you think, just so you know that. Having seen the whole operation and everything, and we're gonna do everything we can to ensure that it's successful come hell or high water. So just know that we're big fans of yours and everything you got going on. So
I appreciate it. And with that said, we have a new member. He's going to be in the Grass League for the first time next year. I had to recruit a college teammate of mine, 2011 Korn Ferry Player of the Year, JJ Killeen, also known as West Texas Driving Range Pro. He's going to be with us right after this.
Spot a golfer with an orange whip? They're the real deal. It's their ultimate training buddy. They get that golf's all about rhythm, balance, and staying on track for a killer swing. Expect longer, straighter shots and a happier back thanks to the gentle muscle workout. Plus, now you could pick your favorite color. It's the perfect gift for golf lovers everywhere. Go legit with Orange Whip, the world's top swing trainer, proudly crafted in the USA.
Welcome back to the Quick 18. It's now time to welcome in my college teammate, 2011 Korn Ferry Player of the Year, 2021 and 22 North Texas PGA Player of the Year. He qualified for the 2023 PGA Championship at Oak Hill. He's the owner-manager at Sugar for Tree Golf Club. Apparently he's done a lot because I can't get through this intro. TCU Horned Frog, West Texas Driving Range Pro, JJ Killeen. Thanks for being on the Quick 18, JJ.
Heck yeah, happy to be here, dude.
So what do you think about the Grass League? Are you going to be you ready to be part of this? We're going to partner up and we're going to see if we can compete.
I think so. I've been known for hitting people off the tee box, so I'll see if I can do it on par 3 courses too. Looked a little tight. I was watching the videos. People are like 3 inches off the green, so I'm going to hit at least 6 people per round will be my guess.
Todd, what does JJ have to look forward to be part of the Grass League?
I mean, can you play under the lights? I mean, everyone's, I know you're the Korn Ferry Player of the Year and all that stuff, but when the lights come on and you got Big X the Plug about to come on stage right next to the green, it's a little bit different vibe. So regardless of your accolades, are you ready for an environment like that?
Am I allowed to drink beer while I'm playing? Because if I am, then yeah, there's a good chance I'll be ready. If not, I don't know what's going to happen. I'll probably freak out a little bit.
The Grass League, anything goes at the Grass League.
I love it. Yeah, so, I'll be ready then.
Have you ever had a DJ on 18 blaring EDM music when you have to make birdie to get through the qualifier? That is nerves.
I don't know. That's good. That's one of those things you don't know if you can practice for, but maybe I'll just start doing that. Just the loudest music possible when I'm trying to putt. But heck yeah, I have enough voices in my head. I don't know if that's going to bother me too much. It's more of my ability and sucking at golf, which may be my detriment out there. But the music, I think I'm dialed with some music for sure.
Well, you're going to see some guys that we used to compete with all the time. Yeah, Colt, Stoltz, Tomasulo, Mallinger, Harrington. It's going to be fun to mix it up with those guys again.
That's good, man. It's like a senior tour situation going on almost. Maybe we bring back the senior qualifying school, but it's that, and that's what it could be.
This is the pre-seniors. This is like the Mid-Am Senior Pro Tour.
Yeah, this is.
If you can make it, we'd love to have you.
Life where, oh yeah, hell yeah. I'm at that I'm 44, so obviously I've given up on life. But when I'm 50, maybe I'll restart again. I'm in that certain category right there.
It's just perfect. So what does he have to look forward to if we have to qualify? Which we probably will. You were in the qualifier. We played the qualifier this year.
Yeah. I think it's just one of those moments where you can get looking ahead too far, and you can look at the leaderboard and say, hey, this is our number we got to get to. But I think when we just sat back and said, hey, let's go make a birdie on every single hole, we started to kind of do that a little bit, and you can just kind of get into a little bit of not a bad rut. But this is not a par 3 course, and we've talked about this on other episodes. This is not a par 3 course where it's like a pitch and putt and you have, an okay shot, you have 10 feet. Like, you have to step up and hit golf shots out there.
There's a 6-iron involved.
Oh, yeah.
That's a swing.
But it was, we threw it around. We were saying, like, I think you said 8 we had to get to. I think it was 5 got in the qualifiers. So you got to hit some shots, make some birdies, and it's an incredible experience.
So JJ, you still play a lot of section stuff, obviously Player of the Year a couple times, but how often are you playing now? Obviously you're owner manager of Sugar Tree, and talk about the other project you have west of Fort Worth as well, the par 3.
Yeah, so Sugar Tree, me and KP, KP, we bought this business in the summer of 24. I was a little tired, needed some work. We got casitas out here, we got a lot of other cool things, but it's tough, dude. Like, operating, we built that course in Lubbock, Red Feather Golf and Social Club, which was a lot of fun. But, we took this one over, and it's, my responsibility to kind of run everything. And KP runs a lot of the outdoor agronomy stuff. But we turned it around quick. We just hosted first stage of Q School. with only 4 guys on our outdoor crew. So that was a little daunting, but we were able to get that done. Cut down about 1,000 trees or so this year. And yeah, dude, we're up about 40% kind of in everything after our first year. So a lot of good social media stuff we've been able to grow. And it's just, the kind of missing demographic for golf is young professionals with a little bit of cash, but they can't join the $50,000 to $100,000 club. So try to make a nice public or semi-private that's a good experience for everybody to come out. That's kind of been our goal from the start. And now we've grown our membership quite a bit, a lot of younger people joining. So it's been fun. It's a lot of work, like a lot of hours, all that. But it's cool, man. Being able to run it and be in charge of the entire thing is pretty good.
I know, it's big responsibility. And I think KP was telling me the Fireball sales are through the roof.
Yeah. I mean, slinging booze, we had that big driving range, slinging booze and getting more rounds.
Yeah.
Kind of my specialty there. And then I have to have a lot of smart people that clean up all my messes. So that's how it works. Literally everyone here is smarter than me. I'm just a revenue generator. That's it.
Hey, the social media push is huge, and if you can get that much revenue year over year, you're doing something right. And you're not that far from Fort Worth, only like 40 minutes, right? And that's a piece of cake to drive. And I'm sure when people get out there, they get to let their hair down a little bit and have some fun.
Yeah, it's cool, man. We got a lot of action. Like Parker County, where we are just west of Fort Worth, they're filming Landman kind of across the street from us right now. So they blew up a car or something the other day, and I thought the clubhouse blew up sitting in my house around here. But it's fun, dude. I mean, everything that could go wrong goes wrong and breaks, but also, we learn how to fix it. Yeah. And it's cool. It's really cool. You came out here. We had the big TCU event.
Yeah,
you played
it was fun.
Probably your first time coming out here in forever. Or I don't even know if you've
since
ever
college.
been out here
We
before.
went out there one time.
Yeah.
But no, it's great. And it's a lot of work, right? There's a ton of trees, and it's a lot of work. So what the theme of this podcast is guys who are willing to put in a lot of work, right? And say yes to a daunting task and not look at the mountaintop, just look at the step in front of you and try and get better each day. The fact that you had 4-man crew and hosted first stage of Q School, how'd it go? And how did you get Q School?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if it was by default or what, but created a pretty good relationship with the PGA Tour and TPGA over the years with some of our projects we were doing. They were kind of looking. They had a site in Abilene. And the course is great there, but the logistics from people getting in and out were kind of tough. They're all flying into DFW or wherever and driving several hours. So they were looking something DFW based. Yeah. And I mean, we were able to get it. 78 guys. God, I forgot how terrible Q School is too.
Awful.
I'm so happy that I don't care if I'm fully exempt to finals and it's 72 degrees every day with no wind. I don't want to play. Like, I mean, it's like 6-hour rounds. It's a grind, bro, but I get it's your whole season, right? Like, if you don't play well, you're back to the mini tours or doing whatever you got to do. But, I've never been on the other side of Q School other than playing in it before, and it's tough. Well, our driving range is like 280 with a kind of a river that goes around it, so they probably lost all of our golf balls hitting 3 irons basically into the river. And I was like, bro, don't hit drivers, just chill on the drivers. Guys, they'll hit. It's a course that requires 2 drivers, and they'll hit 58 drivers after the round, just to be, because they think they're pros. They basically think they're pros, right? Like, no, that's it. But
so talk about the par 3.
It's fun, dude.
I know. How about the par 3 project you have going on? 9-hole par 3 course.
Yeah, well, so that's actually on site here. There's a par 3 course. Yeah, 9 holes. We build all these kind of extra tees. Kind of like, mini Shady Oak style where you can go to different greens from different tees, all those things. Little push-up anthill greens with some crazy slopes that are small. We're renaming it the Ant Farm.
Nice.
So it'll be the Ant Farm here when we kind of just got some new logos and stuff like that. But it's dirty. I mean, you have wedge or sand wedge into every hole, but if you miss the green, you can 11 chip.
Todd, it sounds like
but you can also make aces.
Yeah, it sounds like Grass League, Texas.
We're looking for it. I mean,
Texas.
West Texas driving range is if that's your name. That was kind of why the Grass League was made. We're looking for a guy just like yourself. So I think we found it.
And we won't lose any range balls. The players won't lose any range balls because you don't need to hit driver to warm up to play in the Grass League.
No, you don't. Some guys still will hit 58 drivers if they're old pros just because they think they're pros. The best news about the whole thing is we can do whatever the hell we want. So that's probably the main benefit to everything.
KP's at the helm of the agronomy. Is he out there on the mower? Give me some background on KP. Like we're referenced KP a couple times. Tell the viewers who is KP.
Yeah. So Kirk Pearson, and you know him. So Dave and I played at a course called Mira Vista Country Club in Fort Worth. Nice course here, and we just kind of met KP along the way. You know, he was a real estate, built shopping centers for his main job, but dude, he's caddying on the PGA Tour for like 5 years for fun. I think Mark Brooks he caddied for a while. Won an event with him. He caddied for Sabatini for a while, so he knows how to get his hand broken with clubs firing into the bag, full force. And then he's caddied for me, which is the worst job of them all because you're in the weeds the whole time looking for golf balls. Literally ever. It's fast. I'm not going to take a practice swing ever, and just trying to figure out how to be done and not be miserable. But
you're so dialed.
I mean,
this is perfect.
Yeah, that's it. That's how I roll. Speed is my number one priority. It's like awesome. Old people. How'd you play today? 3 hours. That's how I played today. Perfect. That's me.
Well, Todd, it's going to be fun, isn't it? It's going to be fun to get West Texas Driving Range Pro in the mix.
I mean, if someone's built for the Grass League, it sounds like it's you. I mean, every top to bottom, your experience, what you're doing now, and where you live. What I was going to say, you know, some people need to qualify. So just so you know, there's a qualifier for people to qualify. Obviously, get into the draft. We're going to have a huge draft this year. Might have some new personalities coming on board to help jazz that up, so it's going to feel like the NFL draft. But then there's people like yourself, JJ, and I don't want no disrespect to the other two guys on here, that, you know, they can skip the line. You know, you can still set your roster.
Oh, God, I love it.
Yeah.
10 guys where it's like, hey, you can just preload them like you're on the NBA. It's like, you know, Kevin Durant's not going to try out for a team. So, and with that said, we have a new franchise, Las Vegas Action. They bought a franchise and have 0 players as of right now. So, you know, you might want to get on the horn and start do some self-promotion for them because you would be a perfect fit for that team.
I love it. I mean, I'm an absolute – sorry, there's my dogs. I'm about to give them away to the pound.
That's the type of action we're looking for.
I'm an absolute liability. Like, that's what my player profile would say.
Liability.
Listen to him. Jeez Louise. Absolute. Yeah, 100% liability. No asset detail to myself at all. Just strict liability. But who knows? We can win. Schultze, we could take it down.
We could.
Schultze hits just laser irons. I'm sure he still hits it good. I play like every now and again, and I don't play at my course ever because I'm just going to see a bunch of crap that makes me mad the whole time. So I'll just go play Ridgely or wherever around town with buddies. And there's no way I'm not going to play my course without you know, hanging out and drinking with my buddies. It's just I'm at that point in my life where I just don't care about my golf game too much unless I need to. If I have to dial it up, we can do it. Yeah.
Dial it in.
Dial it up.
Hey, Andy,
dialing going on.
Or Dave, can I just point out the elephant in the room, and maybe you can give a little bit of a perspective on it. You know, you played with Andy Carroll this past year, and it seems like you've jumped ship pretty quick to JJ. Can we get a little context there? I mean, it's like a breakup in real time without any explanation.
Well, I think it's fair. I mean, I was dropped without notice.
No, on a personal level though, because we could have got it on a personal level. He's now the head golf professional at the Fargo Country Club. He can't waste his PTO. He's got a lot of responsibilities. He's going to be leading the show, right? If we would not have gotten through the qualifier unless he absolutely clutched up the last 3 holes. So know that.
Yeah.
Know that. So that's about the context.
And you're getting married, right?
I'd say
that's what I heard. That's 4 shots the wrong direction.
Yeah, he's getting married.
I go from a +3.5 to a solid 1.7 in any member guest.
I was going to say 9.6.
High stakes.
I'll give you
9.6.
That's marriage. That's 6 shots around marriage related. I would say that's about.
Hey,
right.
real quick, let's tie this in. JJ, give me your proposal story with Tasha.
Oh, jeez.
I know.
This is like a Dr. Phil situation.
This is
All right.
We're just tying it all in.
Many moons ago. No, Thanksgiving, we're all at my parents' house. You know my parents, Schultze. But anyway, it was one of those. Just I think we've been dating for about 18 1,000 years. So it was time to make a move.
There you go.
Yeah, engagement ring on a piece of pumpkin pie. That was it. And then I'm pretty sure she dropped it and knocked a candle over and a napkin lit on fire. So it was off to a great start.
Hot start, literally.
And ever since then, it's just spiraling ever since then, but still hanging in there.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Say hi to her for me. And
absolutely,
that's cool. My story is I met Kels. She was the beverage cart girl in the 12th hole of Maple River Golf Club, and ended up proposing to her a year later on that same hole where we met, and she's regretted it ever since. So, but the good thing is the four of us guys, we've married up, right? Our goal was to marry up, and we did that. And we're not really sure what they were thinking, especially all the things we have going on. We kind of do a lot of things, and we married up. That's the main thing. And you're about to. Way to go.
Thank you.
JJ, thanks for being with us. And, Todd, thanks for being with us. We're going to be back right after this with a little bit more from JJ. Todd, we're going to see you down in Arizona again, my friend.
Looking forward to it. Thanks, guys.
All right.
Hey, can I ask you something?
Yeah, sure.
Where do you get one of these?
To get the #1 golf swing rhythm trainer, go to orangewhipgolf.com. You gotta feel it.
Welcome back to the Quick 18. We knew this was going to be a lot of fun. We knew we were going to run over time, so we have about 1 minute left, and we are going to close out the podcast with JJ Killeen, West Texas Driving Range Pro. JJ, real quick, where did that come from, West Texas Driving Range Pro?
Yeah, so basically during COVID time, when everybody was bored, they were just sitting around with nothing to do, but they were playing golf. I had probably, a couple of thousand Twitter followers, and I'm like, man, I'm just going to do a couple tips like in the net. Kind of just everyman tips, nothing too complicated, nothing tricky. And then maybe delete a few beers while I'm doing tips. And then it just Twitter grew from like 5,000 to 10,000 to 20,000 to 40,000 or whatever. People just loved it. They're looking at tips all the time, but have some sort of perspective because I used to play and I was like, dude, I live in West Texas. I was in Lubbock at the time. Real life West Texas Driving Range Pro. That's basically it.
That's awesome. Well, and people say, you went to school with JJ? I said, yeah, for sure. The West Texas Driving. I mean, he's hilarious. He's been hilarious since the moment I met him, sophomore year in college. And by the way, a stud, Korn Ferry Tour Player of the Year. It's really fun to watch.
So fun. I've been on. I actually didn't know that the two you talked about JJ.
Yeah.
I actually think I might follow him before that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, super fun and appreciate you being on and taking some time. And that story is just so good.
Yeah.
Pumpkin pie.
Man.
JJ, good time, man. Thanks for being with us, and we'll see you down in Texas, and hopefully we can get on a grass league team come April.
Heck yeah, let's do it. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, dude. See ya. And that's it. That does it for the Quick 18 this week. A lot of fun to have Todd Dobson and JJ Killeen. That by far was the most fun pod we've ever done.
Just a blast.
Yeah, good time. We'll see you. Let's do it 2 more weeks.
All right.
We'll keep doing this every couple of weeks on the Quick 18. Thanks for being with us, folks. See you next time.